My G's, what's good, my guys, man? We got to talk about New Orleans Pelicans right now, man. We got this squad right now is making me sick. Okay. Another team, Dallas Mavericks. I want to go into the teams that got muy problema right now. That's a new topic section. It's going to be going over all the teams and the guys that's falling off hard. And for this week, there's a couple of teams, I may even go deeper, that standed up to the challenge. And the first team, no doubt about it, I was going to go Pelicans, but let's talk about Luka Doncic and the Dallas Mavericks. What the hell is going on? Is it bad coaching? Is it the players not stepping up? Or is it Kristaps Porzingis and the lack of a true third star on the team that's killing them? Some people say it's Luka Doncic's defense that's killing them. I'm not sure, but I think it's definitely a combination of the tres altogether. A lot of problems there in Dallas. They have a solid team, but in this league, especially on the West Side, solid is not enough. You know, a big surprise. We'll go over that in another video. The Utah Jazz, once again, I keep telling you, I did my team previews. Somehow, some way, they pull it off because they're a cohesive team. You know, if you look at the talent on the Pelicans or the Mavs versus the Jazz, you can 1-for-1 it almost, even though there's one big X factor on the Jazz, and it's not Donovan Mitchell. It's Rudy Gobert, the top defensive player in the league. You can't get inside with the dude. Anyhow, back to the Mavs. Willie Cauley-Stein signed, right? Porzingis is trying to recover from injury. There's no doubt in my mind there's a problem there with Porzingis. He's trying to get back healthy, and that's part of the problem. He can't get back healthy. So I think in that respect, they need time. The problem is you on the West Side. There is no time. There is no time. Sacramento surprised and playing well. I don't think Sacramento has more talent than the Dallas Mavericks, but then I stepped back again. I said Harrison Barnes is a pretty good vet, not an all-star, but a borderline guy, right? Borderline, not all-star, but I don't want to say a third-teamer, right? And then you got a couple other Buddy Hills coming through, scoring the way he's supposed to. You got an athletic and willing and able center. That's why I let Cauley-Stein go, and Rashawn Holmes having quite a freaking season giving him the ball. I loved him on Philadelphia, and now I'm loving him on Sacramento because he just has great springs and great energy. And then you go into the guard player, De'Aaron Fox, right? And while I'm going there, because I'm just going to keep going down these surprise teams and the one X factor that makes it different. So we talked about De'Aaron Fox, right? In my opinion, one of the top young guards. He is one of the top young guards in the NBA, climbing his way up. Let's go to another team. Phoenix Suns. Jesus, Lord, what the hell happened? I mean, Chris Paul, when you talking about LeBron James? What about Chris Paul? Chris Paul continuously comes up with new and innovative ways to come up and basically make teams better. Whatever team he goes to, something happens to make that team better at that point guard position. He's killing it for that team. Booker, they got enough shooters. They got shooters. They got Ayton. I was sad that they lost Oubre, but Mikal Bridges kind of fulfills that defensive gap. You know, another team with a leader at the what? You see where I'm going here, bros? Let me keep going. Let me go to the other side. Let me go to another team that doesn't have a Chris Paul, De'Aaron Fox. What's going on with the Miami Heat? Now, Dragic 6 years ago, the Phoenix Suns Dragic, definitely, right? Borderline all-star, if not an all-star, caliber type of player. Ain't the same Dragic no more. None is a straight scorer, right? We're gonna go over. I'm gonna make separate videos because I owe you a lot. None is a straight scorer. Where is the true guard? You got Bam for a big man, and I said it in the draft. He's silly, man. He got nice handles for a big guy. Total player, but needs a shot. If the shot comes, Anthony Davis like with more athleticism and missing the length, okay? That's where I'm going with Bam. But he has superior handle. Really like what I'm seeing from him. However, is he a point guard? Tyler Hero, is he a point guard? You see where I'm going here, man? You get it? You kind of get the drift? You kind of get the drift? Okay. And I want again, what I'm saying, every team has a point guard, but is it Chris Paul? Is it De'Aaron Fox level? A lot of these teams are getting led by these top-notch guards. Let's go to another team, man. Let's talk about it. Let me prove my point. You want one more? What's Houston doing? My G's, my guys. What's Houston doing? What's Houston doing, bro? And I told you, I looked at Harden and I said, Harden was right in some respects. He made a comment, this team is not championship caliber. Understood. Right, because they got a gel. He's right. His time, he's 30s, he's in the 30s. So for all the, I might get downvoted, for all the talk about Harden needing to stay with the Rockets, I said that. My hands raised. I said, yes, that's a way better team, man. They got everything that you need. They can pick up some players. I thought they would have kept Gerald Green. Doesn't make sense to me why they let him go, but I guess no defense. But, I mean, they looked incredible on paper. If Cousins could give you 65% of what he was, Wall, McLemore was coming back alive, right? This new guy, Tate, poor man's Jimmy Butler, defensively, big guard, big husky dude, they had a couple players on the bench, and now they trade, and no offense, I think they got better with Oladipo, Wall, and Wood. There's somebody in the comment section that named Wood Home Depot. I like that, man. Lumber for days, man. Wood is balling out, but the one X factor, we go back up. John Wall, De'Aaron Fox, right? Chris Paul, right? Let me go to another team that doesn't necessarily have a great... There's so many teams out there, man. There's so many teams, okay? Let's look at the Denver Nuggets. Yeah, they're doing okay. I told you they would struggle with the losses. I keep going over the same thing every time. Craig, Jeremy Grant, and they never really had a guard because Jokic played that role. However, they're struggling right now. Do they have a guard? Don't give me Monte Morris. He's a great backup point guard. Don't do that to me, bro. Chill out. Don't give me Jamal Murray. Chill out. I know Jokic can do his thing, and he's doing incredible. Kind of like... Hold on. Let's go with East Side. Everyone hates it. Ben Simmons. Almost averaging a triple-double every game. Can't shoot. Still want to choke him for that. Shoot damn ball, man. But he's effective in what he does. He changes the game in so many other ways than his scoring. Even though people hate to watch him, look at the stat line and look how he passes the ball. He's a point guard. Okay? New Orleans, back to the topic after I went all the way in circles and named teams. Does New Orleans have a point guard? Excuse me. Does Dallas Mavericks have a point guard? No. I'm sorry. They don't got a hard-nosed point guard. Can Luka do a lot of different things? Yes. They don't have a hard-nosed point guard. Let's go to the other squad that I was going to say, does New Orleans have a point guard? They do, but do they have a system that's allowing Lonzo Ball, who's supposed to be the more athletic version of his brother, which he is, by the way. You think I gave up on Lonzo because his brother LaMelo's balling the hell out on Charlotte? Lonzo has talent. He's never been... They need to greenlight him in a running system. Charlotte's running. You got Zion. You got the big, what's his name? That leaping kid. I forgot his name now. With the frizzy hair. I mean, they got some runners. You add on a big setter like Adams. You got Ingram. Bledsoe's there, a little older. That's the move I would make. If I'm going to make a trade Bledsoe to a contender. Let him finish out his career with a contender. He's just too old right now. Can't rely on him. Nickeil Alexander-Walker, a candidate for a 6th man of the year at some point in his career. Melly shoot from the four. I mean, they got the pieces. They got the pieces. Are they competitive in the West? They're not playoff competitive, but they need to play better than they are. Everyone's saying fire Stan Van Gundy. I'm just being honest. They're not playoff competitive, bro. With the talent that they have, it's not enough in the West. It's not. It's not. So back to these two disappointments as we go back into muy no bueno or no bueno, the no bueno topic line, right? No bueno. New Orleans and Dallas take the cake for me, man. Those are the two teams in the West Side that just, what are you doing? I'll touch on the East Side, but it looks like it's guard help. Now let me give a solution. Let's get some negatives down for me because I deserve it. Dennis Smith Jr. What's he up to? Not a pass first guard. Isaiah Thomas. Listen, I'm just throwing stuff out there. Trade Lonzo, get a guy that fits your system. Trade Lonzo, get a guy that fits. Let him run. The career is going to be ruined for the kid, and it's all about playmaking styles. And Van Gundy can make it a little bit more open, where Lonzo, get it and push it. And I bet he says that. I don't know. Maybe Lonzo's going through a down period. But Doncic, he has Brunson there, solid player, solid. They got some solid talent. I love James Johnson. Reminds me of me. Actually, I remind myself of him. So he's a tremendous player, but inconsistent. But I love James Johnson pickup. Tremendous. But where's the point guard? Richardson, not there. At the end of this talk, man, the muy no bueno section, muy no bueno. These two teams really need to put it together. Need to find guards that are available. I wonder if Kyle Lowry will get traded. Something to think about. I'm out of here. Mikey, stepping back. Peace.